Many people dream of the day when they will be able to retire, but are unsure of when they should retire. There are some people who will never retire. These are persons who associate so strongly with the work they do and with their job that they cannot see a life for themselves outside of their job, and so they will never retire. There are others whose entire social life is caught up in terms of the people that they work with. And for them, retirement means that there will be no one for them to socialize with. And so they also do not want to retire. Hello, my name is Brian Ramsey. And in my working life, I have had a variety of roles, ranging from accountant to managing director of a company to regional director of a company that operated across several countries. In these videos, I provide advice about retirement based upon my personal experience and upon the experience of others. The majority of persons, most likely you, dream about the day that they will retire and their retirement. They dream about being able to play golf, to play tennis, or maybe even something as simple as sleeping late every single morning. Now, some people are employed at companies that have fixed retirement dates, and once they reach that age, they must retire. The normal retirement age is usually 65 or 66. That is when you can begin to draw your full Social Security or National Insurance retirement benefits. Even with companies that have fixed retirement dates, do you have to wait until age 60 or 65 or 66 to retire? Or can you retire before that? And if so, when? The answer is that you can retire at any age that you want. The caveat, however, is that you must have sufficient funds to support you in your retirement. In looking at if you have sufficient funds, you have to consider your current level of debt. You want to carry as little debt as possible into your retirement, especially high interest credit card debt. Every dollar you have to spend paying down debt is a dollar less that you have to spend enjoying your retirement. A particular area to consider is mortgage debt. Ideally, you want to go into retirement without a home mortgage, as this will give you a tremendous amount of financial flexibility. That doesn't mean taking money out of a retirement account to pay off a mortgage early, especially if the mortgage features a low interest rate. In another video on this channel, we address the topic of the financial side of retirement planning, and I have placed a link to that video in the video description. An important aspect to consider about early retirement is that it usually means that you will receive a reduced pension. In some countries, if you retire before the age of 59 and a half, you will be assessed a penalty on any withdrawals that you make from your IRA or 401k. Whereas, the longer you are working, the more time you have to contribute to a 401k plan and receive a matching contribution if your employer offers one. You also have more time to earn income and contribute to a traditional IRA to supplement your workplace plan. Waiting until your normal retirement age means that your national insurance or social security benefits will not be reduced. A very important consideration with regard to early retirement is the matter of health insurance. The longer you remain working is the longer that you will be covered by your employer's health insurance. Before I proceed, let me ask, if you like this video, please hit the like button and share it. Also, if you have not already done so, please subscribe. And when subscribing, remember to click the bell to be alerted whenever a new video is posted to the channel. Now, back to the question about when you should retire. Having sufficient funds is not the only consideration in terms of when you should retire. Many years ago, as a young managing director in a multinational company, I was surprised when the chairman of the company came and told me that he was retiring. I thought, in my eyes, he was much too young to retire. And then he told me this. He said, Brian, when you are not able to give 110% of your effort to the company that you are working for, that is the time that you should go. Now, this advice applies both to retirement and also to the issue of changing jobs. Basically, what it means is that when your heart is no longer in the job that you are doing, when you no longer enjoy the work that you are doing, then it's time to move on. It's time to retire. One of the things to think about if you are considering early retirement is what type of lifestyle do you want to have in your retirement? Maybe there are hobbies that you were always interested in pursuing and never had the time to do. Maybe you would like to pursue gardening or learning to play an instrument. Maybe you'd like to spend your time volunteering at a charitable organization. Or maybe you want to travel or spend time with your children and grandchildren if you have them. An often overlooked aspect of early retirement is your social circle. If the majority of your social circle is comprised of people with whom you work, there's a strong possibility of you losing that social circle when you retire. If you're in such a situation, you should begin building a new social circle before you retire, so that when you have retired, you still have a circle of people to interact with. For example, you could make new friends in your neighborhood, at the local gym or community center, through volunteering, or at your place of worship if you have one. If I look at my father, who retired early, he had a social circle comprising of persons with whom he worked. But he also had a social circle consisting of other persons with whom there was no work relationship. When he retired, his social circle survived and provided him with a group that he was able to enjoy his retirement with. The important thing is that you have a plan for how you will spend the time that you used to spend working. After working 30 or 40 years, you have to ask yourself, are you emotionally prepared for retirement? People who don't have a plan, do not have things to occupy themselves during their retirement, become bored. And unfortunately for some, there are negative physical and mental side effects of not having things to occupy your time in your retirement. In other videos on this channel, we will talk about other things for having an enjoyable retirement. We will talk about friends, hobbies, reducing expenses in retirement, and much more. If you like this video and you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. If there are others who you think will benefit from the information on this channel, please share the video and the others that are on the channel. On the screen, you will see other videos relating to having an enjoyable retirement.